pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still
and he'll give it here to his running back. And some space here. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. In for the sack, Deion Jones. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, 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 kill.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throwing right, and that's complete. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing is Jackson. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
Kill. 45 the mic. 45 the mic.
And Jackson throwing once more. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check 43. Deeper. Wide. Get one, take. One left.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Third and long. It's Wilson. Man open. That's Calvin Ridley. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He completes it to Julio Jones. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, look. 951. Heavy on the edges.
Wilson. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons' 33-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Falcons 7, Lions nothing.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check. Hey. Motion.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. Let's go. Come on. Mike 5-4.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike 54. Ready? Check 37. Stay with him. Echo. Look. Watch the slide. Motion. 54's Mike. Squeeze. 54. Watch 54. Coming to you.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Running from the gun, Johnson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Mike 54. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense. Go. Check it.
From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get away. Mark that. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. I'm coming. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Wilson. Flushed out right. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards and a 1st down for Atlanta. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Right here, double count. 53, Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, one set, one go. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. On the crossing route, complete. That's Pope. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And on this challenge, the refs have to take a peek and see whether or not the receiver was able to dot the I with both feet,
while making sure that he possesses the football all the way through the catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. I'm coming for you, Mike. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Tack McKinley make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hurry.
To try again after the sack. Jackson. He completes this one to Mack. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. 15 yards, 1st down Atlanta. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. And we're going 37's to Mike. Mike 37. You.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Got you, boy.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught. Beckham. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Touch 50.
38-yard line.
All go special. All go special. One left. One left. Roll it. Hey, easy. Check.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Run pass.
Here we go. 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Good shot.
Wilson now operating from the gun. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Stay with your man.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And they will eventually eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run with Harris. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. That's what I'm trying. 45. Mike, 45. I'm coming.
Here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. 3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
Just like that. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Looking right side, and he's got a man. It's Pope. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. 11 yards there, and a Lion first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jackson, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambo, and it makes the score 21-10. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Falcons take over at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Squeeze, double.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. And sensing the momentum may be changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
That's it.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Well, we looked at each other in surprise going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Listen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tight down. There you go.
Hey, 0-0-0. Motion. Right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Rolling to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10. Wilson. He finds his target, Beckham. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 44 yards. They come out here in the eye. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Wilson on the keeper. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Russell Wilson. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Lions take over
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On second down now, it's Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4th down, here's Jackson. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
From the 38, Wilson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing is Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
14.
4th down. Here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now Jackson. It's complete to Chris Conley. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Jackson now. Now a desperation throw deep down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter